Hello, hi everyone. This is Kelly. Welcome to this series I'm doing about activating your sexual power. And this talk is about how your past relationships can affect your ability to succeed and your ability to receive, which is really connected to success. So let me know in the comments if you're joining live or watching on the replay. And also, as we're just waiting for people to join, remember that this Friday I am doing a free activation. That's only going to be happening on Zoom live at 5 p.m. UK time this Friday, the 29th. So if you want the details for that, put a comment below and I'll send you the Zoom link. And if you join live, I'm going to be giving away a really exclusive prize. I'm going to give one space away to my brand new program, Activate Your Sexual Power. So if you want to have a chance to win that, then you need to join me on the live on Zoom. And if you want that, just ask me in the link below. So yeah, I think a few people have joined now live. So let me know in the comments if you're joining live or on the replay. I know that this is extremely early or the middle of the night for some people. So welcome wherever you are. And we're going to dive into today's subject. So we all want to succeed more, and success can mean different things to us. It can mean more money for some people. It can mean more clients. It could mean a more impactful business. Perhaps you have a deep success, a deep desire to serve many, many people around the world. Perhaps you have a deep desire to bring healing into people's hearts. Perhaps you have a desire to share a particular message. Perhaps success for you is something else, about having a deep, meaningful relationship or having a family. Or perhaps it's a different dream entirely, like having the ability to travel around the world, being able to enjoy luxury things like a Chanel handbag, or enjoying being able to have multiple homes around the world. We all have different expressions of what success is to us. Now, I have been working quite a lot for a number of years now with clients on activating their divine feminine. And I have seen that your ability to receive and enjoy your success is directly related to how much you embody the divine feminine within. So the divine feminine within is that part of you that is connected to all that is. She's the part of you that actually helps you realize your deepest purpose and therefore your deepest desire, your mission in the world. And the feminine energy, the energetics of the feminine is to receive. She is magnetic. So feminine energy is this receiving energy. It's this holding energy. It's this magnetic energy. And masculine energy is a projecting out energy, an action energy, a forward energy. So if you think about it then for a moment, our sacred sexual energy, when we think about it physically in our bodies, is in our womb center. The womb is our center of creativity, our center of desire, our center of power. And this is where the feminine resides. Our divine feminine is embodied through our womb, and then she radiates out into our body and out through our energy field. Now, when it comes to relationships, then, in our relationships, we are normally intimate in the act, through our relationships, in the act of sex. And so our feminine anatomy, our center of our deep feminine, our divine feminine, is within our womb space. And so through the act of sex, and we can talk about this in masculine and feminine energies, or heterosexual relationships, it doesn't matter because it's the energy. The masculine energy is entering into the feminine center of power, of presence, of desire and creativity. So literally in our relationships then, in a heterosexual relationship, we could say the penis is entering into our vagina, or if it's not heterosexual, the masculine energy is entering inside the feminine center. And I want you to think about that for a moment. Someone is inside of you, or someone is inside of me when it is the act of sex, which is normally expressed in intimate relationships. So I'm just going to pause there so you let that sink in. Someone is actually inside of you. And that really only happens in a female body. So someone is inside of you. What an honor, like what a privilege, what a surrender, what an amazing ability that someone is able to be inside of you. What an honor and a privilege for them that you open your sacred body, your sacred temple within, where your divine feminine is held, your center of power, presence, and creativity is held within there. And that person is able to enter inside of the temple. So then if that person or that interaction, that intimate interaction, was not of the highest vibration, then sometimes lower vibrational energy can be left inside of you, inside of your sacred temple space. And this has been proven fairly recently, and I can put an article below that refers to it, where they did studies of women in their 80s, and the DNA of men that they had had sexual intercourse with years ago in their youth was found inside of them. We hold the DNA of people that we have intimate relations with inside of us, and often it's found in the brain. So the DNA of the sperm is traveling up through our bodies and going into our brains. Now, in my world of activation and clearing, this energy can be cleared through light frequency. But the majority of people don't really know about this work or aren't doing this work yet. And so often we are unconsciously carrying perhaps the DNA, or for sure the energy of our past relationships inside of us, inside of our energy. And more importantly, in the side of our feminine temple, our womb space, which is our center of power, creativity, and presence. It's the center of where we receive things in order for them to be birthed. So if those energies in the center of where we connect to our desires and birth things is laden down with past relationship energies that were not of the highest vibration, then of course then that affects our ability to be in our divine feminine, to receive our success and to birth our desires, to realize our desires, and to bring them manifest into the world. So then I want to then reflect on what our past relationships or your past relationships may have been. Perhaps you had a past relationship that brought you a lot of heartbreak. Maybe that relationship resulted in you feeling really rejected, really unloved, unappreciated. Maybe at that time you didn't want that relationship to end. And even now, perhaps looking back, you're grateful because you're in a better place, or you're with someone different that's more loving. But still, if that rejection and unloved feeling and unappreciated isn't resolved at the root space of the womb, it's still being held somewhere within your energy. Perhaps that past relationship has been abusive. Perhaps it was like mentally and emotionally abusive, like a narcissistic relationship where you were put down, you were criticized, you were never felt to be good enough, you weren't on par. Maybe they made you feel like no one would ever want you again, that you were lucky that they loved you or gave you any attention because no one would want you. And even on a conscious level, you know that that isn't true. You know it's not true that only one person can ever love you in the world. You know it's not true that all of these put downs and criticisms just can't be true because it's too overwhelming. Everyone is balanced. You can't all be bad. Still, the mental and emotional abuse that you may have experienced really attacks your inner self-worth on a very deep unconscious level. And so unless that's cleared out, you are still holding that vibration that you are not enough. Perhaps some of your past relationships have been unconscious. Perhaps they have been one-night stands. Perhaps they happened when you were under some kind of influence. You were drunk or you weren't fully aware of what was happening. So in these types of unconscious past relationships or past intimate encounters, often we are holding a lot of shame about them. Or perhaps you were someone from a very young age, you had a lot of sexual energy and you felt ashamed about that. Perhaps it wasn't good for you to be sexy, or you were told not to wear short skirts or to cover yourself up. Or women get so much conditioning about hiding their bodies. Even in this free world that we live in, there's still a lot of it which creates rape culture, where it's the woman's fault that she has been raped, essentially, and it's her responsibility to make sure she's not too provocative to men. And so often women are carrying so much shame around their sexual energy and around being sensual or sexual. So often then we are holding a lot of shame. Now I'll share with you a story. I'm in the UK at the moment. I've come back for 2 weeks to spend time with my family, with my daughter. And I'm in the family home where I grew up. I was a teenager in this house, and I was having a shower this morning, and I was remembering my first boyfriend, who I really loved. I had sex with him in the bath, and I remembered that memory as I was having upstairs, and I felt still shame about that, because I thought, oh my God, my mum was probably downstairs or something. And so we're still holding so much shame as women about our sexual past. And so no matter what your past relationship was like or has been, if you have cleared that heartbreak, that narcissistic abuse, those unconscious sexual relationships, on a conscious level, you've cleared them, and you may have really worked on them with your heart to heal your heart and heal your mind and heal your thoughts. But if you haven't cleared them and connected them at the root level, where that interaction happens and touches your divine feminine temple within, through your vagina, through your womb space, then often you are still holding on to those experiences. Because here's the thing, the womb has a consciousness of her own. And when clients first start speaking to me, it almost feels weird to start talking about connecting with your womb. People say, what do you mean? But all of my clients that have connected to this space get a deep awakening to their inner knowing, to their magnificence, to their inner beauty, their divinity, their purpose, their divine right to receive unlimited riches in the world and unlimited success, whatever that looks like. But often this place, when you're not connected to it, you haven't allowed her to transmute and to release these toxic energies held within inside of her. And so they are still having an effect on your energy. And I'm going to share one of my clients. She's in one of my circles right now, and she is in a loving relationship. She's been in a loving relationship for a few years. But what she is currently clearing is an ex-partner, which I think it's at least 4 years ago, who was narcissistically abusive to her. So mentally and emotionally abusive, put her down, made her feel bad. And she has done so much work on this, but going through this work deeply within the circle with me, she's realizing how much of that relationship is still affecting her self-worth, her perception of herself, her ability to think that she can succeed in life, her ability to trust herself, her ability to trust the universe, and that she can make a success of her new life. And that is because the womb is the root level. It's where your energies connect, and it's the temple, the center of your divine feminine energy, your center of power, creativity, and presence in the world. So even if you're not aware of it unconsciously, it's holding on to a lot of these toxic energies, these past relationships, which impact then our success, your success and your ability to receive. So then what are these energies doing within your womb space, within your vagina, and what's happening then? So I need to have a drink of water actually. So if you're joining and you haven't caught the beginning, I really recommend to go and watch the replay when I've finished, because it's juicy. So if you haven't cleared these past relationships, then often we are holding unconsciously in our energetic vibration, our field, our bodies, these toxic energies. And one of the main toxic energies we're holding is this shame of our sexual past, this shame of the sexual power that we hold. And it's almost like it's become ingrained in women that it's our fault that we hold this energy. So if we are ashamed of our sexual sensual energy or ashamed of our sexual past, then basically that will cause you to hide your light, to hide your business, to hide showing up visibility in your business, to hide from relationships, to hide from what you want. So even if consciously you want this success, you want this relationship, this next relationship, you want this, if you haven't cleared the shame, then you will hide from it, because shame is about hiding. And so if you are ashamed of your sexual power, then you are on some level trying to suppress the very life force that brings things into creation. You are suppressing and trying to control the life force that brings things into fruition. And this gets you in a real catch-22, because you're like, yeah, I want this desire, please universe, help me, I want it. But then you are holding on to the life force, or covering it, or cloaking it, hiding it, because you are ashamed of it. And so you may want something, but it never fully gets grasped. You're never fully able to realize it. And shame is one of the key reasons that happens. So clearing shame out is such an important point. Now, if you are holding toxic energies of abuse that you've received, so that narcissistic emotional abuse, mental abuse, where you've been criticized, where you've been put down, then in your vibration now, that is going to cause you to be vibrating low self-worth, meaning you don't deserve it. You don't deserve success. So in your vibration, on an unconscious level, you're going to be saying, I don't deserve it. So that is going to mean you're going to have to work really damn hard to deserve it, really hard, like nose to the grindstone, blood, sweat and tears in order to be able to receive that success, or to achieve that success. It's going to have to come very, very hard for you. Or you may receive it and then you spend it all, or you lose it because you don't think you deserve it. So you're not able to grasp and fully embody and ground and live consistently that success. Okay, so it might show up as feast and famine in your business, like you'd be able to get loads of money and then suddenly nothing. You may spend it all. So that's the abuse. I know someone's put a question, so I'll come there in a moment. If you are holding the toxic energy of being abandoned, of where you felt abandoned or let down or rejected, then this means that, again, you have to fight for it. You have to fight for love. It means that you have to work really, really hard. Because here's the thing, love is money. Love is success. Love is flow. So anything that says you are not love within your body will stop that flow, and it stops that success happening. So I'm going to carry on, but someone's asked a question, so I'm just going to have a look and let me know also if anyone else has any questions as I just look through this. I can't see who's asked this question, but that's fine. I can see it here. I'd love you if you could talk on the energetic vibration caused by ovarian cysts and how to work on this vibration. I'm confused because right ovary is worse, and I know on the right side of my body is masculine. Okay, thank you for this question. Right. I don't agree with prescribed emotional reasons for why you might have specific medical ailments, like, you know, your left leg is your feminine side and being able to walk forward. I think we are such complex, multi-lifetime, multi-generational beings that it's dangerous for me to say, right, your right ovary is this. I wouldn't be able to do that unless we were working together privately and I could look into your energy and we could work on it together. I just think it's too like basic, applicable questions and answers, and it's dangerous because we could be prescribing something that isn't right. And obviously what I'm working on as well is energetic and emotional, and I really believe that that brings about physical dis-ease, physical issues. But I think in order to prescribe that, it would just be too dangerous. So what I would say to someone is to really connect into your body, really connect to your womb and your ovaries in this case, and really ask on a very deep level, what is happening here? Like, what is happening? What is going on? That would be my recommendation to you, but I wouldn't like to go into any more detail on that. If you want to reach out to me privately for a consultation, you can. So, but for sure, there'll be an emotional reason, you know, as to why that's coming up. But I don't agree with saying, you know, painful periods of rejection of feminine or fibroids or this or cysts or that. I think it's just too like basic. I think we're a lot more complex than that. So I hope that answers your question. So yeah, as I was saying, we are holding a lot of these toxic energies from our past relationships, and anything that we hold within our vibration that isn't love is basically stopping that abundance flow. It's stopping that success and that ability to receive, because the feminine center is that ability to receive. So if it has all these toxic energies within it, it's stopping your ability to receive, and therefore the ability for you to receive your success with grace, ease, and flow, which is the cosmic way. So it's really time to heal and release our past relationships so that you're able to step fully into your sexual power. Because when you do that, you're free to express your divine sensual nature. You start to open up this primordial desire, you allow yourself essentially to be the ultimate flow through you. And so that brings your ultimate desires, your purpose, your mission, and money and relationships and whatever those desires are into fruition. So when you do that, it can mean more money to spend and invest, like the goddess that you are. You become more magnetic to money because you are in this love energy, this overflow energy, this full cup energy. And this is really juicy and attractive to money because you start to dare to connect and listen to your deepest desires and follow those. Then this brings in, this is magnetic and attractive to clients, to money, and to energy coming through you. You're able to grow your business more. You become more magnetic to your clients because you're fully owning your power. Essentially, your sexual energy is your power to create. And we don't have many role models, hardly any, in society right now that actually are about a divine feminine energy being fully embodied and expressed. Often they're coming from distortion, so it's super attractive and refreshing to feel someone that has their full sensual feminine energy embodied. It's like our soul has been waiting for that for thousands and thousands of years. And the veils are going thin now, aren't they? We're able to feel so much more what others are feeling. We're able to feel or sense if they're being inauthentic, or if they're just putting on a front of being in their empowerment or divine feminine energy or whatever that is. And we're able to feel when someone is authentic, when someone's actually got that magic juice fully flowing. And so it's very attractive, whether that's clients that you're desiring, whether that is a relationship, perhaps it is a relationship. And so exactly, it helps you be able to allow that relationship in. You're able to start to feel safe in your body and your feminine center of power, your womb and your vagina isn't full of other people's past toxic energies. You are fully inhabiting it. And so you're able then to really harness that power and energy for yourself, and able to open up then this area to let others in. We often want others in, but we can't let them in because we haven't fully connected to the area, because the area's got other people's energy in that we don't want to feel. We actually don't know how to process. There's no real processes to how to transmute this energy, how to release this energy. And that is what my work is all about, using shamanic journeying, light frequency awareness, in order for you to clear and cleanse all of these past relationships so that you can fully connect to your inner temple within, and start then to open that up for deeper love intimacy, for deeper enjoyment of yourself, deeper enjoyment of life, and be able to then connect to this area, which is the birthplace for your deep desires, and really own those desires and allow them to come through you. So I know it sounds super juicy. I am starting, this is a brand new program. It's called Activate Your Sexual Power. It starts in November. I think it's the 12th of November we start. But if you join by next Friday, which is the 5th of November, then you get 25% off. I will try and put this link below. Don't know if I have it, but anyway, I'm going to put the link below so you can take a look. Have a look and let me know if you have any questions. It's essentially 3 calls. So the first call, we're going to be going into cleansing and releasing your past relationships. So exactly what I've talked about on the call today. We're going to go deeply into doing that so that you're freeing up this energy for you, essentially. The second call then is about activating your divine sexual power within. So allowing you to really activate this energy on a much deeper level. So once all the toxic energy is cleared out, it's about activating this and using it. And I'm really excited about doing that, because this goddess came to me when I downloaded this in the middle of the night. I got woken up and I had to write it down then. I thought I'll do it in the morning, but I had to get up and write it. And this goddess came through. So I'm really excited to help you activate this raw primordial energy, this Lilith energy that we've actually been taught to be very afraid of. A woman who is fully liberated and owning her sexual energy. And then the third call is about how you can harness this energy to connect to your desires and to birth your desires, and how you can also build on this sexual energy and channel this sexual energy. So it's 3 calls over 3 weeks, and there's a private Facebook support group in between where I'm going to be mentoring you through the process. You'll have the audios for life. We're going to do 3 powerful shamanic journeys. You'll have them for life, so you continue to work on it. And you'll also have PDFs with journaling points, so you can continue to activate your sexual power. So I'll put a link below when we finish the call, and have a look and let me know what you think, and also if you have any questions. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's so lovely to come in the group. If you think anyone would like to see this video, then invite them to join the group. This is only going to be in the group. So yeah, invite them to join the group. Thank you so much for joining live, all the replays, sending you lots of love. And I will see you on Friday. If you want to join on Friday for the free activation, you need to join me on Zoom. So you need to ask me for the link for that. It's 5 p.m. UK time on Friday, the 29th of November. Okay, lots of love, everyone. Bye.